Good morning. Welcome back, beautiful people. My name is Louis, and this is Royal Productions, and this is episode 19 of the Daily Article. So I'm going to get into this news quickly, try to cover it fast because things are already starting this morning. As we can see here, the calendar for the hearing is today, and it's actually starting as we present this information to you guys. So if you guys want this information, make sure you guys head over to my X. I do post this information there. So if you guys want to go and watch these meetings and hearings, they're happening all week starting today. You guys can head over to @TheKingLouis on X, and you guys can look at all the dates and stuff like that. Then you just click on here and it takes you straight to the broadcast. Okay, so this happened, like I said, this is happening now as I'm making this video, so check it out. Yeah, and again, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. If you like the content, like, subscribe, and then even leave a comment with some of your thoughts or even some of the things I might not have covered. Okay, so let's get right into this news I have for you guys. So starting off Monday, this came out yesterday. I was going to drop this for you guys today, but there wasn't so much news, so I was just waiting until these hearings and stuff started today. Today is Tuesday, but basically on Monday, Grayscale files for US IPO with SEC as Crypto Week kicks off. So while this is all happening, there's a whole bunch of things happening in the world. They silently file for an IPO, but basically the way they did it was, let me show you guys here. So basically Grayscale used a confidential filing route, a method allowed under Jumpstart Our Business Startups JOBS Act. So basically they were able to do this confidentially, but of course we found this stuff. So again, pay attention to what's really happening in the news. Don't get caught in the headlines, do your research, and also don't ever take anything I say in these videos as financial advice. This is just information for you guys, okay? Information is never held in isolation. It's good to share this information with those who want it and who need it, okay? Let's move on to the next article I have for you guys. So BlackRock Bitcoin ETF blows past 80 billion, right? Faster than any other exchange traded fund in history. So we have to understand, and I keep saying this, I keep like repeating myself when it comes to the new financial system and structure we're moving into. As you guys can see here, capital is moving like no other. So let's just keep that in mind when we're dealing with some of these assets and looking into the future with some of our investments. So basically, as you can see here is a chart. And once again, I will post this on my X if you want to look at these things. So basically here is a chart and it tells you, and basically the IBIT US basically hit these highs in 374 days, while it took these other ones. So you got the VO US, IEFA, and the IMG US. So it took this one 2,000 days, it took this one 1,800 days, and it took this one 2,000 days. So as you can see here, this new financial structure is going to be amazing as long as you take advantage of it, okay? I don't really like the whole idea of the ETF, but for those who don't want to get their hands dirty and actually hold the crypto themselves, an ETF is perfect for them, okay? Satoshi appears in a dream. NBA legend shares a mysterious Bitcoin message. Now, this is pretty wild, but there's a reason why we're covering this article, and we're going to get into some of the conspiracies in a bit because I know you guys like that stuff. So basically, Scottie Pippen said, this is basically his tweet. This is from the 13th. Just woke up from another wild Satoshi Nakamoto dream. This time he had an afro and dressed like the Jackson 5 singing BTC, easy as 1, 2, 3. When Satoshi sings, I listen, but even legends take water breaks before hitting the next level. It's crazy how you do that, his basketball expertise into it. I love it. So that's one thing I love about crypto is you get so many different people who are attracted to this. You know what I mean? You got NBA players, you got people like myself who work 9 to 5. It's just so many people who are turning into these markets, and it's beautiful. We're seeing the adoption, we're seeing the real case, the real world use cases of these things. But I don't want to cover too much of the Satoshi Nakamoto dream. What I wanted to do here is look at this, the whole idea of the 1, 2, 3. Now, if you guys have been part of crypto for a while, you guys know of BG 1, 2, 3. Okay, bearable guy 1, 2, 3. This guy right here. Now there's It's up in the air of who it is, but if you guys go to X and just put BG123, you can check out all the little things that the communities actually break down the conspiracy. So from these videos, okay, then you have this one where someone turned this into, I believe this black light or whatever, but you weren't able to see this image in the sky prior to making it. So there's a lot of edits, there's a lot of hidden gems in this stuff, and like it's pretty fun. You know what I mean? Like I'm always gonna say, it's like Ready Player One. The treasure is hidden in the world. You just have to break down the riddles. Okay, moving on. So basically, what I wanted to say with the whole BG123 and how it's tied to Satoshi, okay, I believe XRP and Bitcoin go hand in hand. I believe like they're brother and sister, for like straight up, if not twins, brothers and sisters. And the reason why I say that is because in our last daily article, we covered this, how before the white paper came out, which was when? October 31st, 2008, okay? Before the white paper for Bitcoin came out, all right? We covered this, so you guys can go check it out in my other daily articles. But basically, in 2005, 3 years before the white paper for Bitcoin came out, okay, the INSA introduced 3 domains that appeared under the same IP address of this company. And it was basically Ripplecom, RipplePay, and OpenCoin. And we know what happened to OpenCoin, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of us like to get into these echo chambers of Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum and just button heads. But we have to understand that all this stuff, in my opinion, has been planned from the start. And us getting into these tribal wars with each other are not going to help anybody. Okay? It doesn't matter if you think Bitcoin's better, XRP's better. At the end of the day, as long as more liquidity is brought into these markets, that's all we should be worried about. As long as there are real use cases for these assets, that's all we should really be worried about, right? Okay. So Trump coin listed in record time. So basically, top crypto exchange listed Trump coin within days, bypassing their usual review timeline. So there's stipulation, background players, listing some of these coins without the proper, review and stuff like that. But basically, there was something about 50% of the tokens were going to be released. So like all of this and it being added onto the markets and stuff like that, and all these different exchanges, I guess helps with the pump. But there is some controversy out there. If you guys want to learn more about the Trump coin, I would never invest in this. It's a meme coin, but to each their own. Okay, if you can make some money off of it, not financial advice, do what you do, right? But yeah, Trump coin being listed on more platforms. So I guess this is good for those who want to invest in these type of things, right? Judge Torres is at it again. This is probably the only judge I know, but my favorite judge, just because she's, she took care of the SEC and Ripple case. But like, yeah, she's at it again. So basically, Judge Torres NST lawsuit against Deutsche Gabbana USA. So the reason why we're covering this today is because I want you guys to understand when you're getting into these NFTs, when you're getting into AI stuff, be careful with what you're doing. Understand what you're getting involved in, okay? And just because something says it's associated with Deutsche Gabbana USA doesn't mean you go, balls deep into it, okay? All right. Sorry, that's a little too much, but you don't do that, okay? Like, we're very early still. So a lot of these big companies like Deutsche Gabbana and stuff like that, they might be like, I believe Nike has something where it's NFTs and stuff like that. These things might be true, they might be out there, but don't get into the whole mindset of the FOMO, the fear of missing out, okay? Give this market time. Invest in utility-driven coins, in my opinion, not financial advice. Invest in things that are going to be here for the long run, okay? NFTs are a beautiful creation, but I think until we get the smart contracts, until we get the real-world assets pegged with the NFTs in the world and in these markets, that's when they're going to take off. All this stuff now, like paying for pixel art and stuff like that, you don't understand. We could be creating NFTs that are AI driven, that just, have all these cool shapes and stuff. I think we're just early. If you guys do find a good project and you have research, invest in it. Okay. But just know there's a lot of stuff out there. And just because quote unquote an NFT is associated or anything is associated with a major company doesn't mean that's true. Okay. Do your research always. All right. So NIM technology launches NEMO protocol target AI powered smart staking. So basically, like the whole idea of a smart contract with the capability of AI built into it, like a DeFi type of smart contract where the AI knows what's exactly happening within the contract. It's pretty weird to think about once you break it down. So, like, even the whole idea of a smart contract, like, what is a smart contract? Okay. Let me know down below if you guys want me to drop a basic crypto video for y'all who are new to this. If not, then we'll continue with the articles. But basically, right here, NEMO protocol leverages AI algorithms to optimize yield strategies, lowering participation barriers and improving the efficiency of staking and mining by integrating a referral system, knowledge-based badges, a gamified onboarding. It enables Web2 users to experience DeFi with ease. So that is the biggest thing about a lot of these projects is enabling the Web2 into Web3. Okay, so yeah, that's why I love all these projects. It's good to do research into these projects because they're stepping stones for what's going to happen in the future. Okay, and if you're able to see what's happening, if they're trying to enable people to get from Web 2 to Web 3, then we know the direction we're going in. Okay, so yeah, beautiful information. All right, now that's kind of the major news I have for you guys today, but let's look at some other things that I find fascinating. Okay, if you guys don't want that, that's cool. You get in the video now and you guys have a blessed day. But let's get right into this. So basically, China is building a constellation of AI supercomputers in space. Interesting, huh? Like AI. Okay, really quick. Before I forget, if you guys want a good AI video and want to understand more about AI and the projections for AI, head over to YouTube and look at this guide, AI in Context. Okay, like we're not ready for superintelligence, the impact of superintelligence. This video was amazing and it broke down things very simple. So if you guys want more on AI, head over to this YouTube page and check it out. Shouts out to them. Thank you for the information. Okay, but basically, China is building a constellation of AI supercomputers. It's crazy that they put constellation, okay? Because these so they launched 12 of them at the beginning. All right, and they're proposed to launch 2,800 satellites. Just imagine that, y'all. 2,800 satellites in the air that are AI powered. And they talk about they're for data in space, but we know it's going to be a lot more than just for data. All right, so this is very crazy. Understand the future we're moving into, okay? Don't get left behind. Stay aware of what's happening, all right? So really quick, Crypto Week is happening. So a lot of regulation, a lot of stuff is happening all over the world. It's not just America. You know what I mean? So as we can see, unauthorized crypto trader now carries 2 years in prison. So if you are not an authorized crypto trader now, you get time in jail. So remember, not your keys, not your crypto. So when you're running an unauthorized crypto exchange, or even somebody who posing as a crypto, like I don't know how far this goes, but it is one of those things where when you become a crypto influencer, you have to be aware of what's happening. You got to be careful with the information you put out there. And when you're even talking about crypto, it's just like the whole idea of having a broker. You know what I mean? Before Robinhood came out, before all this stuff, you needed a broker. Point blank period. And I don't know if that's the future we're moving into, where you have to have an exchange, or you have to have someone who's authorized, who knows how to handle crypto. I do not know. But regulation is coming. We're seeing it on all fronts. Okay, let's move into the next one. So basically, Standard Chartered is doing something similar when it comes to regulation. But Standard Chartered is now offering institutional Bitcoin, Ethereum, and trading. So it's different little different level of regulation, but they're allowing people to enter these systems now. They're starting to put down the groundwork. All right. Standard Charter has become the first GSIB to offer crypto spot trading via existing FX infrastructure. So remember, this was already existing infrastructure. So they were able to create something on top of the existing infrastructure that allowed them to do crypto trading, which is amazing. You know what I mean? When people talk about the old system being destroyed, maybe not. We do not know. My name is Louis. I appreciate you guys. Remember, this is happening right now. So if you guys want to check it out, you can head over there, all right, and check it out and listen to some of the information yourself. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and that sub on your way out. Love y'all. Peace.